the distinguished senator from Nandi. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to believe that actually what is being said out there is not true. That the police service, men and women who protect our lives, are now being asked to go and buy their own uniform. Mr. Speaker, sir, I listened recently to the police spokesperson, Charles Owino, stating clearly that uniforms were available and directing the police to go and collect the uniform. I also heard recently, Mr. Speaker, sir, the regional commander, Mr. Rashid Yakub, warning the police, and there was some allegation that he had directed them to go and purchase uniforms. In fact, going to an extent of saying that there were certain tailors who are authorized to go and buy uniform. Mr. Speaker, sir, it now begs a big question. The police officers in this country, the condition that they live in, if you go into their houses, Mr. Speaker, sir, you will not even think it is a human being who lives there. So if we cannot even be able to provide them with uniform, we cannot give them housing, how do you really expect them to protect us? You know, you ask yourself questions as to why certain people lose their mind, take the guns they are carrying, and they shoot the brains out of their heads. It's because of frustration. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, despite the information being shared, which some of it may not have the ultimate, the total truth, I think it is imperative that this committee, in fact, the Committee on Security, must take that issue as a security threat for the Republic of this country. No wonder, Mr. Speaker, sir, yesterday, the President decided even these police helicopters, let's take them to the military. Because if the military are now being given uniforms, the police might say, instead of me fixing this chopper, let me take this part and sell it so I can buy uniform. So these are very serious matters. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, if indeed it is true that the police service are being asked to buy their own uniform, I think this parliament must now, venture into uncharted territories and asking, there's a lot of money which is normally assigned to certain departments of the executive, which they cannot account for. I think we should now start coming up with legislation and saying the billions which is never accounted for, part of it, 10 or 20%, instead of being used for things which are not known, should actually be set aside to be able to improve the life of these police men and women. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I hope that this statement will be taken seriously, so that at least when you are walking out there, we allow the police service to do its job. Even if they arrest us, it's okay. They are doing their job. But at least they are human beings and we must protect them because they are children and they are brothers and they are sisters. I support